Hello everyone, I'm Joseph Dinesh, a Catholic commentator from Sydney, Australia. Today's video dives into a viral comment that stirred up quite a bit of speculation, not from a Vatican insider, not from a bishop or a theologian, but from a daytime TV personality with a massive national platform. Sunny Hostin, one of the hosts on The View, recently voiced her apprehension about the newly elected Pope Leo XIV. She expressed concern that he may not be as supportive of the LGBT community as his predecessor, Pope Francis. Let's take a moment to listen to what she said.
I'm a little concerned about this choice for the LGBTQ plus community. In 2012, he gave an address to bishops, and he lamented the popular culture fostered and sympathy for beliefs and practices that are at odds with the gospel, and that's a quote. And then he cited the homosexual lifestyle and alternative families comprised of same-sex partners and their adopted children. I think that Pope Francis certainly made great changes in terms of embracing the LGBTQ plus community and extending blessings to the community. And I hope that this Pope doesn't roll back.
To her credit, Sunny is actually right that Pope Francis did change the tone of the church's approach to the LGBT community in a dramatic way. The flagship moment of that shift was when he famously said, "Who am I to judge?" Many in the LGBT community who had long felt excluded or condemned began to hear something different. Not "you're wrong, you're sinful, or you're disordered," but rather "you're a child of God, created in his image, and you are loved." However, Sunny is wrong in assuming that Pope Francis, for all his pastoral innovation, did change the church teaching. He did not alter a single iota of Catholic moral doctrine. He did not approve same-sex marriage. He did not endorse or normalize same-sex sexual unions. He did not revise the catechism or redefine doctrine. On the contrary, he made it abundantly clear on multiple occasions that while the church must love and accompany every person, it cannot bless sin or redefine marriage as instituted by God. And this brings us to an important question. How then does it reach out meaningfully to the LGBT community? How does it offer mercy without compromising truth? Some of you might be wondering exactly that. Well, let's turn to Bishop Barron, who offers a powerful explanation of how the church can lead with both truth and compassion.
If the only thing a gay person hears from the Catholic Church is, "You're intrinsically disordered," we got a very serious problem on our hands. If that's what the message has become, the message of the Church to a gay person should be, "You are a beloved child of God who's been embraced by the mercy of Jesus Christ and invited to a full share in the divine life. You're a son of God, called to eternal life." There's message one. Now, within that, are there further specifications to be made about anyone's moral life? I mean, my moral life needs a lot of work, trust me, you know? And I need to hear a lot of challenge from the church. But
we'll do confession at the
yeah,
end. I'll shut the
afterwards,
cameras. Yeah,
afterwards we'll have a good conversation about that.
Yeah.
No, but the first thing that a gay person, like any person, should hear is, "You're a beloved child of God." And so I agree with those, and Pope Francis has been good on this, that have said if that's the way our message was coming out, we were disordered. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We had a problem there in the way that message was being conveyed. What's the church's take? That sexuality has a structure, an intelligibility that's built into it, if you will, by God, and is discernible within our physical, psychological, and spiritual makeup. It's got a proper end and purpose. The church would say it's for intimacy and for procreation. Therefore, that's the fully integrated, properly expressed form of sexuality. When we fall short of that, I say we on purpose, I mean, we all in different ways, I think, fall short of that ideal, including married people. The church says no to that. In a certain way, I don't want to press it.
The church says no to what?
It says no to whatever that imperfection is, whatever that failure fully to integrate the meaning of sexuality. And see, in a certain way, I wouldn't want to press it further than that. That's the church's job, is to say no to what it perceives to be an inadequate, incomplete integration of the sexual act. So not just gay marriage, but now go across the board. Anything that falls short of that ideal, the church would say no to. Why? Because it's down on people, it's puritanical, it hates sex. No, it's keeping its bar high and calling people always to that bar. as we all fall short of it, the church offers at its best the lavish mercy of God. I mean, that's sort of the context I try to set for that conversation.
Right.
And now we come to Pope Leo XIV. There is a growing narrative in certain circles, especially in secular media, that because Leo is more traditionally minded, he will be some kind of doctrinal hardliner sent to undo Francis' legacy, that he will slam shut the doors Francis tried to open, that he will reimpose a cold legalism that prioritizes rules over people. I believe this is a lazy caricature, one that ignores both the man and his mission. Pope Leo XIV is not some faceless Vatican bureaucrat. He is a man who spent years in the trenches as a missionary in Peru, as a spiritual guide, and as someone who walked side by side with the poor, the confused, and the broken. He has seen human suffering firsthand. He understands the deep wounds of modern culture. And he knows how desperately people are aching, not just for answers, but for presence. There is a reason Pope Francis made him a cardinal. So, I highly doubt that he will be the polar opposite of Francis' legacy. In conclusion, I want to say this. No matter how Pope Leo XIV's papacy turns out, as Catholics, we can rest in the promise Jesus gave to his church. The gates of hell shall not prevail against it. That promise is our anchor, and in that, we should find peace.